So what exactly do you do for the Ducks?
I'm the Director of Publications and New Media, which means I handle all the publications that we do, like a Ducks Digest game day program that we hand out to the fans, and then on the new media side, I handle the team website, the Honda Center website, which is the arena the Ducks play in, all of our social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Pinterest, all of that good stuff. So I oversee a department of three of us who all work in that realm.
Okay, so right now the NHL is in a lockout right now. So being with media and social networking, how do you keep fans involved even though there's this going on right now?
Yeah, it's tough because because it's a lockout, we're not allowed to do a lot of stuff with players. We're not allowed to use player images at all on our website and stuff like that. So we have to find different ways to keep the fans engaged. There's a little bit of news here and there that we can give them. We try to have contests. I mean, these are the type of things we try to do during the season, but more comes to us naturally when games are going on. But so we try to have little contests or ask the fans to chime in on certain things. And there's a lot of frustrated fans out there, so some of the frustration comes out on Facebook and Twitter and whatnot. But even the negative stuff, we don't worry about too much, because as long as people are talking about the Ducks and keeping them in mind and interacting with other fans on social media about the team, we prefer the positive stuff, but even the negative stuff, we find some value in just get people talking about it.
So during the panel, you actually talked about one of the favorite things that you get to see is, Ducks fans being extremely dedicated and seeing the photos that they upload. And so do you have a good story about any particular picture?
I'm trying to think. I mean, the stuff that, I don't know if it's any one particular story, but the stuff that pops into my head is, I mentioned during the panel, when you see people wearing Ducks gear in far off places. Actually, I do have a good story. I'll get to that in a sec. But I mentioned someone holding a Ducks towel at the Great Wall of China or something like that, or someone having a baby and putting their baby in a little Ducks towel or a Ducks shirt, or just anything that reminds you of how diehard people are. And then, so one of the cooler things that we had that you might have seen was we had heard kind of through the grapevine, and it was on telecast during the Olympics, that this girl, Courtney Mathewson, on the U.S. water polo team, was a Ducks fan, and she's from here. A lot of water polo people are from Orange County, and her husband and her husband's family, they go to games all the time, and she's wearing Ducks gear in the Olympic Village. So this was a great social media experience too, as we jumped on that. We kind of got in touch with her through her Twitter. I asked her to send us email us a photo of her wearing the Ducks gear in the Olympic Village. She sent this great picture of her in a Ducks t-shirt with the big rings in the background and everything else, and we put that on Facebook and Twitter. Fans thought it was really cool. Here's this, and they won the gold medal, which made it even better. So here's this gold medal winning Olympian who happens to be a Ducks fan. It's not like being a Yankees fan, where everyone's whatever, or an NFL fan or anything else. It's kind of a niche thing. So it was really cool to get her to send that picture. We put it up, and then we even were part of the group that met her at the airport when she came back from London, and we put pictures up and video up of that. So it was a really cool experience at a time when we needed it, because it was August, not a lot of hockey going on, so that worked out great.
A good way to remind the fans
that. Exactly.
Okay. So what internships did you have that led you to your current position?
One summer I volunteered as an intern for the Angels in their publications department, which was a department of one. And I volunteered for a company that doesn't exist anymore, called the Orange County Sports Association, that used to put on college football games. I worked for the NBA's Summer Pro Basketball League for probably $6 an hour, and at UC Irvine for one whole summer. I think I did that twice maybe. And then while I was in school, and I don't know if I did mention this, but I sort of did. As a student, I worked in the sports information department at Fresno State, where I went to school. So you got to get a lot of experience as a student working with different sports, doing press releases, doing media guides, doing any kind of promotion to local media. I did that for 3 years as a student, 1 full year as a full-time intern when I finished, and that led to a lot of other good stuff.
Are there any websites or any places that you can think of where students can actually go and find internship listings?
One of the best websites for someone who's interested in getting into the sports industry is a website called teamworkonline.com. And it's a place where a lot of sports teams, including us, post their job openings, whether it's as low as something part-time, an internship, and even other teams post even higher stuff like management positions and things like that. And it's a great place to go, because not only can you go and constantly check the site and follow them on Twitter or whatever else people do, but you can sign up for an account kind of list your desired types of jobs, desired sports, maybe desired leagues and teams, and you'll frequently get an email that says, hey, there's an opening, this team has an opening here, and click here to find out more information how to apply. So it's pretty invaluable for someone looking to get into sports, and we list our job openings there, and a lot of other teams do too. There was advice to keep in touch, but not overly, because then they'll, you don't want people seeing your name and going, there they are again. They just emailed yesterday. So you have to find that fine line, and I guess there's no real set rule like only email every other week. You just kind of get a feel, just like communicating with anyone. That you guys have this club or you have events like this, because it gives you a chance to listen to people who have been in the industry, the people that are actually doing the hiring, and then you're talking to them a little bit. So I had people come up to me today and give me their card, which I never had a card when I was a college student, but it's so cool that you guys do. And taking my card or just writing my email address down, and they'll follow up with me and ask me questions like, well, when do you post internships and whatever. And I'll give them some information. I'm more than happy to email back and forth. So, I mean, you don't want to pester where, people are just not even reading your email anymore, but it is kind of a fine line where you want at least to stay on the radar and get in touch, at opportune times. And I guess it's up to you to figure out when that is. Okay, do you have any final advice for students that are trying to get involved in the sports entertainment industry? Yeah, and this came up a lot today too, is, it's kind of, I would advise to take the similar path to what I took. Like, find anything you can do to get experience, to get something that you can put on your resume. Whether it's an internship, whether it's paid part-time, whether it's low paying, no paying, voluntary, or anything you can do to find work. It not only looks good on your resume, but it helps, with the word that we always use, networking. It helps you, you meet people that you're working with or working for that, when you're looking for another job down the road, they can recommend you, or somebody knows somebody, hey, I heard about an opening here, and, that's the biggest thing is, like, find anything you can do. Let's say you want to work for the Ducks, but you want to work in communications. They only have an opening in ticketing or sponsorship. Take it if you can, because just to get your foot in the door, which is another cliche that we always use, is hugely beneficial. We have people in our own company and teams across the country and the world that have people that entered in a different position but ended up getting to know people and moved into what they really wanted to do. So my advice is just work as much as you can and find those opportunities. All right, well, thank you so much for stopping by and talking with us. We really appreciate it.